not out in the bush or anywhere remotely natural. I'm here, in the centre of Sydney, Australia. Why on earth would I need or want a wildlife trail camera in such a built-up urban environment? In today's review, I'll answer that question. Okay, let me give you a little context. Where I live in Sydney, there would ordinarily be no need for a wildlife trail camera. Ordinarily being the operative word. See, we have a slight possum problem, and by slight I mean the brush-tailed possum is somewhat of a nuisance to my partner and I here in our terrace apartment. We have been growing herbs and flowers with mixed success over the years due to possums using our terrace as an open-door pantry. Enter the trail camera. Now we can plot where the possums come in and out, as well as how frequently. Here's a super fast unboxing. Oh, that's right. I don't have an unboxing. Moving on. Okay, so this wildlife trail camera, it's kind of surprisingly useful. It can shoot videos and audio as well as take stills. It takes an SD card of up to 32 gigabytes class 10. It records in a wide 90-degree angle. The camera features motion detection, so anything that moves past the camera should be recorded. It has night vision. The camera has 24 infrared LEDs, which make the camera record animals at a distance of up to 20 meters at night. You can timestamp your videos and pictures with the date, time, and temperature recorded. Pretty handy. It has a 5 megapixel CMOS quarter-inch HD sensor. It is capable of doing image resolution of up to 1080p. It has 24 infrared LEDs, enabling the camera to see at night. It has a long detection and illumination range of up to 15 meters. On the inside of the camera, there is a 2.4-inch built-in viewer, so you can look at your pictures, videos, and audio captured on the fly in the field. It has a notable IP rating of 6.6, meaning that dust and wet weather conditions shouldn't be an issue for this camera. And of course, the camera is painted in a green camo combination on the front. While the camera does come more or less ready to shoot, there are a few features lacking. Most importantly, the camera does not come with any batteries. You will need to go out and get yourself 8 AA batteries. You can buy the camera bundled with a 32GB SanDisk Ultra 80 megabits per second SD card, but it doesn't come with the card included in the default package. Everything else you would need is in the box. There is a 1.5 meter strap, a manual, a few mounting options, all of which the mounting options are not really necessary if you're going to mount the camera to a tree, as I have done. But it's nice that they're included all the same. There's really not much to the setup. It's all self-explanatory, with a simple menu that's easy to navigate. You can select if the camera records video and photos, the resolution, the interval between the shots, whether or not it has a timestamp on the picture, and a few other basic settings. What is of note is the photo and video resolutions don't really reflect what the option suggests. I tested the camera over a 2-week period outdoors in a number of locations. During the 2-week outdoor testing, we had a good solid week of rain and thunderstorms. The IP rating of 6.6 was not a typo. The camera remained dry, sealed, and continued operation without hiccup. I also tested the camera indoors to see what my dog gets up to when I'm not home. As it turns out, she just sleeps all day. Well, more or less. This is perhaps where I see the camera working in the future. I have previously used GoPros to film my dog at home when I'm out, but the effort to scrub through the mountain of footage or time lapses is a bit of overkill. This cheap camera might just be the solution to this problem. Given the price is so low compared to other trail cameras, you know that there is going to be some corners cut. Fortunately, the IP rating of 66 is not an area that has seen quality skimping. The motion sensor is pretty good too. I tested the range and found that yes, it can see 15 meters, which is about the maximum extent of my backyard anyway. Where the reductions are apparent is in the image quality. For an apparent 12 megapixel image, according to the manual, the quality is very muddy. The focus is quite poor, as if someone has spread a fair amount of Bold and the Beautiful's Vaseline effect on the lens. The other area where corners have been cut has to be the battery life. Using 8 AA batteries, you would expect the camera to run for months on end, as was listed in the product description. However, after around 2 weeks of night-only operation, where the camera is only active when the motion sensor is triggered, the batteries are now at around 50%. Therefore, continuing this pattern, the batteries would only be good for approximately 1 month of continual field operation. That is roughly 2 months shy of what the manufacturer claim under normal operational condition. They reckon it'll run for about 3 months out in the field. I don't think that's the case. All that being said, the overall quality is acceptable, but not perfect. If you are like me and you enjoy tracking wildlife, then yes, this camera could be a benefit to you. But realistically, this camera is overkill for most applications. It is a niche product. If you want a cheap, reasonably well-built motion sensor camera, then this trail camera is worth a look. Even when you factor in the cost of the batteries and an SD card, this is still one of the cheapest trail cameras on the market. The image sensor is a total letdown, but if you're tracking deer or large objects at a reasonably close range, then the sensor is more than adequate. The wildlife trail camera is certainly at the bottom end of trail cameras available, both in terms of price and quality. For me personally, it's been a strangely funny coincidence that the camera has inadvertently acted as a natural possum deterrent. Over the 2-week period of looking to track possums using the camera, no possums stopped by. I'm not joking, no possums at all. So maybe that's a good thing? When you consider the costs of all our herbs and flowers, the price of the camera isn't that bad. If you're thinking of getting one of these cameras, you can find one in the link in the description below. At the time of review, the camera is $60 US. Pretty cheap. As always, thanks for watching. I really appreciate every one of your views. I'd love to know if you guys live in a city and if you'd consider getting one of these cameras. Let's meet up in the comments below and talk all things cameras. Bye for now.